So, what is the energy surrounding the two? So, we have the romantic Knight of Cups, okay? So, this is the energy that we are having about JD and ERIKA. Obviously, JD is full of grace towards ERIKA. I have flowers. Flowers can indicate grace. So, yeah, I'm getting like grace. I'm not getting like emotions, because in generally speaking, when we have a cup, there is supposed to be a liquid there, but here we have flowers. So I'm getting like he's full of grace towards ERIKA. What else? Tell us more. Oh my God. So what I'm getting here is that on one hand, JD Vance is full of grace, right, towards ERIKA. But on the other hand, I do see sexual and romantic attraction happening. You know, it doesn't mean that they are doing something behind the scenes. It definitely does not mean that, okay? It means that there is, beyond grace, some sort of attraction happening between the two. Please clarify. Okay, so we have this clarification, Three of Cups, which Two of Cups is clarified by Three of Cups. And Three of Cups is more of a, it can mean many things, right? It can also mean third-party situation. It can also mean friendly vibe. So it can mean both. So at this point, ERIKA and JD are on the friendly level, right? However, behind the scenes, both of them are attracted to each other sexually. And I have the third party energy going on. However, they are not really doing anything, like in reality, if it makes sense. So, why did JD share that hug with ERIKA? Okay, this is ERIKA feeling wounded warrior, right? After what happened to her husband. And it was just to be grateful. Yeah. It was to be grateful, you know, towards her. And so what else can you tell us about why JD hugged ERIKA in that way? Yeah. Okay, so what I'm getting here is JD just having a humane moment with ERIKA, that, you know, in his eyes, ERIKA is lost and in a difficult place, and, you know, it was just to be graceful towards her, okay? But obviously that hug aroused sexual attraction. So how is JD currently feeling towards ERIKA? So, we have the Fool card, we have the Sun, which is happiness. And we have a woman who is careless and on the edge. She's about to fall and she doesn't care. So I think it was like at this point JD feels like he was being edgy by giving ERIKA that hug that, you know, maybe he feels like at this point ERIKA doesn't have much to lose because she already lost her husband, and but JD does have a wife and he has much to lose. So it's like an unbalanced situation that has been created after that hug. So is JD interested in ERIKA romantically? No, he is not, okay? He is not. Three of Pentacles is being collaborative, you know, it doesn't mean anything romantic or... So he's not, okay? He's not. His intentions initially were pure, you know, he was graceful, and after they hugged, you know, it just became like, you know, attraction has been created. But for him, he has too much to lose and he's not gonna risk it, okay? He's not interested in more than friendship, more than, you know, being the, like, to help her out or, you know, to appear on Charlie's event, you know, more than that, he's not interested. He's not gonna lose his wife. So now let me see about ERIKA. Why ERIKA, you know, put her hands on JD's hair and all of that, you know. Yeah. Three of Swords is heartbreak. Like, she's heartbroken. She's broken. She's broken, okay? She feels this pain in her heart, you know, after what happened to her husband, Charlie. She feels like she's broken from the inside, and her hug, you know, the way she put her hands on him, it was just coming from her pain. It was like she lost her husband. It was like feeling closeness. It was her desperation for closeness with someone that she claims shares a similarity with Charlie. So it was coming from her pain, you know. So is ERIKA regretting what, you know, her behavior? Money talks, okay? Money talks. It's like she's grabbing money. She's not really regretting, like, for her at this point, she's worried, you know. Okay, she's heartbroken, right? She's heartbroken over what happened to Charlie, right? On one hand. But on the other hand, she's worried about money issues, okay? She wants to grab as much money as she can by getting donations and all of that, you know. And, you know, just Officer Tatum just donated, I mean, people donated to Officer Tatum, and he's giving all of the money to ERIKA. And it's like $1 million or something like that. So at this point, she's worried about her money. She wants to keep her money. And So does she feel uncomfortable that she hugged a married man in that way? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. She's not really feeling uncomfortable, okay? She's like, let's see. Let me see. She's not feeling uncomfortable. I think she was just desperate for closeness from a man that reminded her of her husband, you know, in her own world. And I also see sexual attraction that she's feeling toward JD. So she's not really regretful, but she didn't really plan that moment to hug him, you know. It just came naturally for her to hug him and to put her hands on his hair and all of that. And she has too much to do to worry about that, okay? It's not like she's sitting there and worrying about that. She has too much to do. She's very stressful. She has many things going on. She has 2 kids to take care of, so she's not really thinking about that. Would she entertain any sort of, you know, affair with JD if she had an opportunity to do so, if JD went for it, which we saw that he would not, but no, because she just, like, she just buried her husband, like, so it's like, no, she would not, okay? She would not have an affair with JD because she values her husband and she values her husband's memory, and she would not do that to him. Was she loyal to JD? Was she loyal to JD? I mean, was she loyal to Charlie? I think she was definitely loyal. You know, they made an agreement between her and Charlie that we are sticking together against the world. So they were a good team together. What about JD and Usha? Are they, you know, is JD faithful? Yeah, I'm definitely getting like JD is faithful. They are having a really understanding, like they are having an understanding vibe. Oh, they are just they are understanding towards each other. JD and Usha, they have a good marriage. They get along, and she's very patient and she's very understanding towards him. So they do not have really, like, they do not really have problems between JD and Usha. And so is ERIKA attracted sexually to JD? Yep, she is. Again, we have flowers in the cup, and you know, it's giving me the vibe that she feels this grace and this like she finds him handsome and all of that, and definitely, you know, he arouses in her good feelings. And you know, obviously she said that, you know, she finds similarities with her husband, and I do see that, you know, she kind of has feelings, you know, toward JD, but it's more of a grace and like closeness that she's feeling because of what happened to Charlie, and she's feeling this void that she has to feel, and you know, this type of thing that is going you know, in her heart space. So if it makes sense for you, so let me clarify. Yeah, temperance, time. It's like she's needing her time to overcome what, you know, what have the trauma, and she just, with JD, she's feeling like, you know, he's helping her to kind of overcome it, and you know, it just, because of the fact that he reminds her of Charlie, it's like she's feeling this closeness with JD and this positivity that JD is evoking in her. But you know, so is JD regretting hugging ERIKA? Is JD regretting hugging ERIKA? Not really. Like, not really. He likes to be in, you know, in the news. You know, he likes when people are talking about him, and like he feels like he was edgy, and he's not really regretting his actions. So is Usha jealous of how JD hugged ERIKA? Yeah, I think she doesn't like it. She's worried. She's, you know, she doesn't like it. You know, she doesn't like the negative talks, you know, surrounding JD and ERIKA. And even though she trusts her husband, but she, you know, she doesn't like it. She doesn't like that, you know, JD is talked about in that way, and it gives her stress and anxiety. So please describe Usha's feelings toward JD over what happened with ERIKA. I think Usha wants to strike him and to whoop his ass, like have they had a conversation about it, JD and Usha? I think what I'm getting here is that she came to him to talk to him about it. Usha came to JD to discuss what happened and what JD told her. What JD told her to, you know, how he defended himself. Yeah, it's like he didn't have much defense. So he just tried to shine light over what happened and to explain what happened. And you know, Usha is not really happy about what happened with JD and ERIKA, the hug, and it gives her stress. And you know, it doesn't mean that she doesn't trust her husband. I mean, she trusts her husband, however, she doesn't like the noise. She doesn't like the rumors and the noise that is, you know, they have children. So it's like the energy that is created because of that hug in Twitter space and all of that, she's not worried, okay? She's not the biggest fan of being talked about in the media. And JD, on the other hand, he loves it. He loves the attention. So, is ERIKA, like, how is ERIKA feeling about what happened to Charlie? Yeah. She's graceful, she's remembering him, she's like, she will always cherish him. She will definitely always cherish him. Will she remarry? I mean, it's too soon, but she's trying to continue with her life, you know, even though those swords here indicate pain and they follow her, you know, the pain, the trauma will follow her. It doesn't matter, but she's moving on. She's trying to move on with her life alone. I'm not getting like she's planning to remarry anytime soon, maybe in the distant future, but at this point it's not something that she's thinking about, okay? So that's what I'm getting. Is Usha gonna stick with JD? The magician, yeah. I mean, she's a smart woman, Usha, and she knows what she got, and she knows that she has to keep her family straight and to keep her family together, and she doesn't, you know, let rumors to ruin her family dynamics and what she, you know, achieved with her family unit and what she has going on with her family, children, with JD. She's really valuing it, and she's not going to give up on it anytime soon, okay? She's a smart woman, and she has this third eye, and she has this sixth sense, and she knows how to manipulate things, you know, in a good way to make things work. And, you know, yeah, she's dealing with it, you know, she's not gonna give up on it anytime soon. So is ERIKA somehow connected to Charlie's assassination? No, she's not. She's not, okay? I see a man. And two of wands, it's like two people were involved in it, and it's not her. And like, I see this man, this Tyler Robinson, whatever his name is, I see him like on it's like a balcony, or it's just a roof, right? And he did it, like, but I see two, so maybe he collaborated with another person, this Tyler person, but he did it himself because he's the one who is holding this wand. And how is ERIKA feeling about Candace Owens? Oh, she's not really worried about her. I mean, you know, even though Candace is talking all that shit about Turning Point and blaming everyone except for the killer himself, but ERIKA is not worried about her. She's not even thinking about her, you know. And she's not holding grudges against Candice and all of that, okay? She's just trying to move on with her life, and yeah. Is Candice Owens in love with Charlie Kirk? No, she's not in love with him, but she's highly disappointed of what happened to him. And she's wounded because of what happened to him, and she's in her sadness. And so why is Candice Owens blaming all the rest of the world, you know, instead of the killer himself? What's going on with her? Yeah, she's missing Charlie, okay? Six of Cups is memories, and it's like, I think this is because of the fact that she's missing Charlie. She's trying to find the missing piece, you know? She's trying to, and she's just, instead of finding the missing piece, she's just like immersing herself into this chaotic conspiracy series. She really valued Charlie, you know. For her, Charlie was the king, and it's really sad for her, you know. So does she really think that, you know, Turning Point had anything to do with Charlie's death, like Candice Owens, High Priestess? I think she tried to connect the dots, and she's trying to figure out what happened. She's not sure, and she's trying to connect the dots and to connect the missing pieces. She's trying to listen to her intuition, and like she said that Charlie came to her dream and said to her that he was betrayed and all of that. And I think she comes from a good place. Like I'm in shock that I'm saying that, but I'm not seeing like a bad energy. I'm not seeing a demonic energy. I'm seeing a good place that she's coming from, despite her crazy conspiracies. But she's coming from a good place. She's coming from the sadness and from the nostalgia and from the fact that she's missing him, and she's trying to figure out what happened to him, you know. She's trying to unravel the truth in her own mind. So yeah, will Candice eventually reach the truth in her own mind? No, she will not. She will not, okay? I think she has to keep herself safe. I think she has to worry about her family, her own safety, instead of, you know, I mean, she has to just be more mindful about her own safety, because she's draining herself with these energies about Charlie, and, you know, she will have to move on somehow, you know. So thanks for watching, and see you in my next one.